when we look at all the other types of evil and suffering that we see around us, if you're willing to acknowledge that there was good in that, well, it stands to reason that it's possible that anything that we see, even the sexual abuse of a child, there can be good from permitting that to happen. The challenge is for the atheist to say, no, that's not possible. That good can come from this particular instance, but that would be a burden I don't think the atheist can make.
Well, I'm glad that you think that all things considered, some children should be molested, but
Well,
um,
I didn't say
I'm
that.
not. Well, you said it could be good, right?
I'm saying that through that evil act that's permitted to happen, that the atheist cannot say that good cannot arise from that evil act being permitted. That is not to say that act in and of itself is good. No, clearly that act is evil. I'm talking about God's act. His act is separate. His act is separate in such that he permits that to happen, which is a separate act, and that permission is good for reasons beyond our own understanding.
Well, I don't understand what the whole reasons behind our own beyond our own understanding. I mean, when you say something like that, it just sounds like it's unintelligible. Like it sounds like you're saying it's good, but I don't know whether or not it's good, right? And that just sounds like a contradiction. Like whether when we're talking about like what you said, like the molestation of a child, right? Now, um, if it's the case that uh, you ought not allow a child to be molested, and you allow the child to be molested, then you're doing something wrong, right? But if it's the case that you ought to allow the child to be molested, then it's not the case that anything wrong is.
Yeah, I mean, if it, I just try to gave you the example earlier with Christ, in the sense that uh, permitting it was good, the act of killing him was evil, killing an innocent man. What these people did, clearly two different things,
Look,
and so, but it seems like you want to try to say, well, God ought not to let something like that happen. Who says who?
I'm talking about like just take it from a first person perspective, right? Say you see someone who's about to fucking rape and batter your wife, right? Now you have the ability to stop them, right? And you also have the ability to allow them to do it. And if you allow them to do it, you also have the ability to mete out justice, right? Okay? Let's just say for the sake of argument that that's the state of affairs. Now, there's a question. What should you do? Should you stop that person from raping your wife, make it so that no injustice occurs, right? Which I think is it's like I said, it's almost tautological. It just seems like justice is understood normatively, and so you should avoid injustice. You should stop injustice. You should not allow something that's unjust. That's how I understand justice. I don't know how you're understanding it, but
What?
let's just say that you're not understanding it that way, right? And if you're in a position to mete out justice in that case, then you're saying that you ought to allow this person to rape your wife so that you can punish them.
Wait a minute. How about this? Why not allow it so that you could forgive them? How about that one? By demonstrating your love for them, that while they were sinners, that Christ died for them.
I
Why
don't care what
couldn't it be?
I don't
Why
care
couldn't
what
it
the
be for
reason
that
is, whether or not
purpose?
it's to whether
Why
it's
couldn't it
not
be for
to
that purpose that God allowed that?
whether it's to dole out justice or to be merciful or whatever the reason that you think that your wife should be raped in that situation is sort of irrelevant to me, right? Because in that situation your wife should still be raped.
Even in the example that you gave about the rape of the wife and so forth, and even if it's the case that God chose to demonstrate his love to the rapist himself, right? That cannot be said that it's uh, not a benevolent, not a merciful uh, act according to his grace.
Just tell
And
your wife when she gets
permission does not
raped.
entail authorship.
Just tell your wife when she gets raped that it's okay because you're gonna forgive the guy. You know.
Well, if God did not spare his own son, then in that particular case, why should he spare anyone else?
Yeah, just be like, you know what, honey, I didn't stop. The guy was raping you, and I didn't stop him. Ultimately, it's good because I forgive him. Okay.
Yes, but here's the thing. First and foremost, I'm not God. I'm not omnipotent. I'm not allowing that for
Would
some
it be good?
manipulative greater
Would
good,
it be good for
in the
you
sort in the
to?
sense of being omniscient.
Would it be good for
So
you to
so so
forgive
so
him?
ba- it's basically a category.
Would it be good for you to forgive him?
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, there it is, right? So just say, hey, look, honey, it's okay that he raped you because guess what? It's good because he gave me the opportunity to forgive him.
If that's the purpose for which God permitted that to happen, well, then I accept it, certainly.
Are you
Hold on,
kidding me?
John.